Hey friends, in this video we are going to talk about how often when you're with me you'll hear me say that there's no mistakes in art. Now every time I say that there's at least one student who says, "Oh my gosh, Mrs. Crum, really?" Of course there's mistakes in art. And they have a good reason for feeling that way. Because have you ever drawn anything and felt, "Oh my gosh, I feel like I didn't do a good job," or "I just don't like what I drew"? That's a real feeling, right? Well, that's okay because sometimes we need to do things that we don't like in order to learn how to change it so that we do like it. For example, does anybody play any sports? When you first started your sport or your hobby, the first day that you did it, were you automatically the best person in the world ever? No? No, for example, if you join a basketball team, it's your first day ever, are you automatically going to do everything perfect and just be ready for the NBA? No, of course not. You're going to have to practice. You're going to have to shoot those hoops. You're going to have to learn all of the rules so that you don't get in trouble during games. And then the more you practice, the better you get. Do you sometimes fall or miss a basket? Sure. But is that the end of the world? No. If you miss a basket or accidentally do a foul, does that mean you're the worst person ever and you should never try basketball again? Of course not. That just means that you did something that didn't work out and you're going to change your behavior and learn how to do it right. Same thing goes for art, except the nice thing is there's not really a way to make a mistake in art. You may sometimes draw something that you don't like, or you may draw something and it doesn't fit what I told you to do in your assignment. Does that mean it's bad? Of course not. I could draw something and I could have half of the class really, really like it and the other half say, "Well, that's not my thing. I don't like pink," or "I don't like this color," or "I'm just not crazy about that." So if some people don't like your art, does that mean it's horrible? No, of course not, because there's always going to be somebody who thinks it's interesting or cool or beautiful. So what I'm getting at is when I say there's no mistakes in art, that means when we're drawing something, there's always something we can do to change it if we don't like what it looks like. For example, I could be drawing a picture of a dog and it's going okay, and then all of a sudden my line gets all crazy. I'm like, "Oh, okay, breathe." Now, I could either freak out and crumple my paper and throw it away and decide I'm never going to draw a picture again. Or I could take a breath, look at my drawing, and say, well, I have two options. I could either draw a new line to see if I do one that I like better, and then if I like the new one better, I can erase the line I didn't like. Or I could look and think, you know what? That crazy line kind of looks like an elephant trunk. Whoa, I just drew an elephant by accident. Bam! Learned how to draw an elephant today. So, when you do something you don't like in art, you have two choices. You can either slow down, draw a new line that you like better, erase the old line, and keep going. Or you could look at what you did and think, "Oh, you know what? It may not look like what I planned on making, but I can make this mistake into something new." So, it's pretty cool because with art, you can really be flexible. That means you can stretch your brain and change things that you had planned on doing. And sometimes what you make in the end isn't always like what you made at the beginning. And that's okay because even if you finish an assignment and you don't like the way it turned out. That happens sometimes. I draw things I don't like sometimes too. But that's okay because you can look at that and say, hey, I don't like this because my color was a little weird here, or I kind of scribbled and I didn't do a good job in that area. But that doesn't mean I'm a horrible artist. It means next time when I draw something new, I won't do that. I'll try something new. And the most important thing is never give up. Just like if you're on a basketball team or a soccer team or a swim team or baseball team, just because you have one rough day or you lost a game or something didn't go the way you wanted it, doesn't mean you're the worst and you should quit. It means that you had a challenge and now you have more knowledge in your brain to help you get better at what you're doing. So don't give up. I'm really excited to make art with you.